Hello, fabulous superstar Aries. Welcome to your horoscope for the month of March 2024. I am your astrologer, Nadiya Shah. Thank you for being here. It is a remarkable astrological month, without a doubt. Big moves happening in the sky now. Boy, is it a very special time. The 10th of the month features this month's new moon, and the new moon takes place in the sign just before yours. A part of the sky that has to do with creating space for the new and the next to find you. And it has to do with what's happening on levels of soul and psyche and spirit. Karmic blessings are indicated here, along with fortunate karmic closures. Now, I know on the surface of it, that might not sound terribly exciting, all of these things I just mentioned, unless there really are certain things in your life that are bugging you, that you desire some sense of closure from, so that you can move forward towards a greater sense of happiness or balance or whatever it is that you're looking for. But that's kind of the point of this time. But more importantly, remarkably importantly, and I don't say this lightly, you are about to have an incredible April of 2024, perhaps one of the more important months that you've seen in years. And again, I don't say that lightly. It is going to be in April that we are going to have an eclipse in your sign, that the North Node is going to be meeting other power players in your sign as well. If ever there was an indication that everything could change for the better in an instant, that you are about to open a powerful doorway from which new people, places, things, situations enter that pull you forward towards greater blessings. They pull you forward towards, in a higher, more meta sense, greater love and greater wisdom. Well, we've got that written all over what's happening in April for you. Now, of course, I'll be here to talk about it every step of the way, but I had to mention it now because don't let the way in which the energy in the first part of the month seems kind of calm, a little bit behind the scenes, if you will. That's what's supposed to happen when we have important lunar energy in the sign just before yours. It's a time to rest. It's a time to regroup. The fortunate karmic closures I'm seeing here, or karmic blessings as well, that is because this new moon is speaking in harmony with Uranus. And Uranus is continuing to move through a part of the sky for you that has to do with self-love, self-esteem, but financial opportunity as well. And so you can see here that some of the best stuff that's going to happen, at least with a month like this, is probably just going to find you. And where it is that you're really striving and trying and fighting, well, I think the fact that Neptune isn't too far away from that new moon, it's going to invite you to practice faith. It's going to invite you to take a little bit of a step back, to consider some truth about who you are, and to allow, really, that is the superpower now, to allow what is good to come in, to trust and allow whatever it is that's trying to exit your life, that it needs to, so that you can connect to a knowing that you have so much more yet to do in this lifetime. That is one thing that is for sure. You have a lot more to do. And I can say that for sure because you're here. You're watching a video, right? And you are embodied. You are in this incarnation, which means that you've got a lot more to do in this lifetime. So allow yourself to connect with faith. That is a strength now, connecting with faith. But also knowing that, yes, there may be an inner sense of elation that you can't quite put your finger on. And you want to nurture that. So spending time on your own, maybe working on a creative project. If you are into music or poetry at all, this is very stream of consciousness stuff coming forward for you. That ends up being tremendously, not just revealing, but fulfilling to you as well. It is in the realm of spirit that you are able to connect with an understanding and appreciation of how some possibly near miraculous things could be playing out for you, especially under the light of the new moon. And yet all of it ultimately is to set the stage for a truly incredible April coming up ahead. Did I mention as soon as we start April, Mercury goes retrograde in your sign as well? Yeah, there's a whole lot to look forward to there. Now, speaking of Mercury retrograde, and again, giving you a bit of a heads up here, from the 1st to the 25th is when Mercury is going to be retrograde in your sign. The 19th of this month is when Mercury goes into shadow, and it becomes really important to pay attention to what is taking place in your life at that time. You want to give this a couple days on either side. Whatever's happening right around the 19th of this month, you will come to see it very differently in the last week of April and the first week of May. In some cases, dramatically differently. But whatever takes place late April and heading into the beginning of May will in some way hearken to what takes place this month, right around the 19th of the month. So pay attention. Whatever's nearest and dearest to you, whatever connects you to identity and priority and what matters to you most and first, it's going to be all that that's getting a lot of consideration for you and reconsideration as well, especially once we navigate into that very powerful April that is right around the corner. It will be on the 25th of the month that we have not just the full moon taking place for the month. This is the start of eclipse season. We have a full moon lunar eclipse. It's going to end once we move into next month, 2 weeks later, when we have a solar eclipse in your sign. But in the context of this very powerful eclipse, it speaks to how quickly it is that partnerships and love can change for you. So let me first say business partnerships, professional alliances. There can be powerful culminations and conclusions, but closures as well. Where it is that you are aligned with someone for shared prosperity, that prosperity can feel big. Where it is that certain alliances have served their purpose, there's this easy, organic way in which those alliances will leave. If it is that you have wanted to have new people come in that you could align with for shared prosperity, they may not necessarily be brand new people. This is a full moon after all. New moons bring in the new. Whether it is someone you already know, connecting you, or someone that you've known for a while, it is by pairing up with others that you're able to welcome in more professional opportunity, more prosperity into your life. But I think the overwhelming majority of Aries are going to experience this powerful lunar eclipse in the context of love. And where it comes to matters of love, wow, things could change very quickly. There is going to be someone there to help you to understand where you are in love and how you feel about it. The fact that Pluto is trine this eclipse tells me that these are changes you really are going to love. Meeting someone now, regardless of whether or not it manifests into relationship territory, but another person can serve as a powerful catalyst for more sweeping changes in all kinds of areas of life for you going forward from here. Sometimes it is the other person that behaves in a way, makes a choice, makes a decision, and you have to go along with it. That is what eclipses are about. They are about a higher will stepping in. And that's why we usually say as astrologers that eclipses are not necessarily energies that you're going to consciously work with and set your intentions to. They tend to be energies that say, stay open to what else could be, what a higher, more loving vision could be. Because often, I would say often, we as human beings, we don't always know what actually could be incredible for us. And so see what the universe presents to you. Of course, if it is that you're open to meeting someone new and you want to meet new people, you can put yourself in places and spaces and situations where you know you're going to connect with others. And that could be a way to provide the universe with avenues and pathways from which connections can find you. But someone will be there to help you to understand where you are in love and how you feel about it, and to serve as some catalyst towards much needed personal changes in your life. For those of you just starting to date someone, if ever there was moment of truth energy, this really would be it. Moment of truth around whether or not this is moving towards partnership or not. the truth about whether you feel genuinely aligned with them, the truth about what this alliance is. And if this is not someone to move forward with, if this is not someone to partner with in a very organic, although very quick way, you may find yourself going a whole other way. And for those of you in an established bond, the overwhelming majority of Aries are going to find this a time of connecting with that much more depth with this person that you love. There is going to be a small percentage of Aries, if you have felt for a while that you're not in the right relationship for you, at least under the light of this eclipse, you will have your answer. And it's not always what you think. That's the thing. Is it the partnership that isn't working? Is it your partner that actually is dealing with something? You're going to decide to approach their circumstance with greater compassion and greater openness. It could also be you. Maybe you've been seeing your partner, a situation, a certain way, and it is this eclipse that encourages you to take ownership for your part in the dynamic you find yourself in. It could be that your realization is, wow, this is not a person I want to be with, whether it's not healthy, it's not what you deserve, it's not what you want. At least the eclipse will show you some measure of truth about where you stand in your relationship, how you really feel about it. And it ends up being hugely consequential. If it is that this is the person for you, this is a time of deep commitment, of allowing a deeper change to occur. But if it is that this is not the person for you, I think you're going to be able to see that in a very organic way. You're going to find yourself going a whole other way. What I love about this month for you, there's so much here. It's a powerful and meaningful astrological moment. It's got to be the eclipse. It starts the eclipse season, and the ancients believed that during eclipse season, the veils between the worlds were especially thin. It becomes easier to recognize your spiritual lessons playing out. And in the context of the lunar eclipse on the 25th of the month, it is about recognizing the layers playing out within certain partnerships in your life. These could be business partnerships, professional alliances, but I think the overwhelming majority of Aries are going to find this about love. You're seeing where you are in love and why differently, and very quickly getting this whole other perspective. And it changes you. It changes your understanding of what you're really going for from the inside out. Well, thank you so much for watching. Have you checked out NadiyaShahSuperstars.com? It is in that superstar space that you can get a video like this each and every week for each and every sign for as low as just $3 a month with choose your membership rate. These are exclusive, expanded horoscopes, and higher tiers get you things like all access passes to Synchronicity University events, consultations with me, and so much more. A live exclusive monthly event for all superstars and so much more. All of this in the superstar space at NadiyaShahSuperstars.com. Links are in the description below. Thank you again for watching. It'll be a great month. Enjoy.